Are you short of money in your business? Are you short of getting the access to your business? Are you short of getting that yes in getting approved for any kind of funding for your business? Well, I want to let you know this. Your access to money is a part of your business planning, and you need to get yourself prepared, meaning you need to be fundable. You need to be ready to get some of the money that's available for you in the business world. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All righty. And if I be looking away, I'm looking on the other platforms. We already had our conversation on how things are going to go with the housekeeping. So I'm going to reiterate it to you as well over here. If you have any questions for me, please make sure you can put it in the comment. I can see it. And then if not, you can DM me. If you're going to be in the 90-day intensive, that's fine too. You can let me know that you want to attend a class, and I will send you a link to the early bird special once I get all the modules squared away. And then you will be first come, first serve. You have a limited time to get in there early, and we're going to meet once a week for 12 weeks. So that will get you prepared for the holiday season. That'll get your business prepared for getting some of these sales that's going to be coming around the holidays, because everybody is jolly and happy and they want to be able to spend some money during that time. So we're going to get you ready. Okay. We're going to work together and help you just be comfortable and be at ease in getting some of these funds out here. So let's begin and get talking. No matter what kind of business you have, there are just basic strategies of how you can make money. You may do it differently than another person's business, but all of the principles are the same. Okay. All right, now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, now the first thing I want to talk about is accessing the money for your business. Now you got to get yourself prepared. And so the conversation first I want to have is I want to talk about business credit. Okay. Business credit is credit obtained for your business in your business name. So that means it's separate from your personal. And being separate from your personal credit is your superpower. That is your superpower for business. I know we talk about grants and I know we talk about loans, but we may touch on that before we end this video today. But I want you to get this in bite-sized, chewable pieces, because I want you to learn about how you can go about setting your business up for business success. I've done it in my business. This is not rocket science, but here again, what I do know is you have to be patient with your business. If you're somebody new and just starting, it all depends on the power of your personal credit that you can be a guarantor. Get guarantee of your business credit, then you may have a little leverage. Okay. With some of you that may have some little challenges, and you say, hey, I got a business, but I'm working on getting my personal credit together, and I can't guarantee anything right now. So those two can't interchangeably help each other. Well, my personal can't really help my business right now. If you're saying that, then conversation is for you, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And I want you to know that you can accomplish these things, but there is ways and steps that you have to take, and you have to be patient with the process. Okay. I don't think there's enough patience with the process. Let's say patience with the process. You have to have patience with the process. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, how do you build your credit? First of all, your business credit. First of all, you need to have a business profile. And with that, you have to have your business already set up for success, meaning you have to give the lending institutions, you have to give the companies that's going to give you credit or award you credit what they are asking for the basics. And the reason why they ask you that is because they have to answer to the lending institutions, to the federal government, that they are really in business predicated on the guidelines that they've given them in their particular business arena, like financial services. They have to have checks and balance too as well. Okay. So they have to meet guidelines. they have to listen to the government, the same body that you have to listen to when you are getting out here building your business. They have to answer to the same companies or the same legislation or the same government. Okay, let's be clear on that. So there's not like they're asking you something and they're trying to blackball you, or they just don't want to be partner with you in business. No, it's not that. You have to follow the rules of the game. Okay? Rules of the game. Follow the rules. Okay? Follow the rules. So that's what we're gonna break these things down. Now, you have three major credit reporting agencies. And those three agencies are they can start off housing your business information. Now, your DUNS number, that is outside of your EIN, your DUNS number is the one that is like your social security number for your business, though. It reports the activity, it reports your business history. That's what it's reporting. And so that's why you need your EIN number. Your EIN number is used for multiple things in business. Okay. We won't get deep into that today, but it is used for just more than one thing. All right. Okay. Now, you have to separate, like I said, separate yourselves from your business and personal. Now, based on what you're going to do and based on what kind of business you're starting, it all depends on how much credit you're going to need. You may need a net 30, net 60, net 90 day, and that can be for equipment. That can be something for that. Okay. And then there's a few credit trade lines, I would say, that is good to have just a little bit. You don't have to start off getting all of these in order to build a strong credit profile, but it's going to help you along the way in your business if you start working on a few of these at a time. And there are strategies and there are some do's and don'ts that you shouldn't do when you are applying for credit. And we talk about those in detail in the 90-day intensive. Okay. All right. Now there are vendor accounts. There's revolving accounts that you can, get to. There's major credit cards. There's unsecured. And there's loans without personal guarantee. Now you can, sometimes it all depends on your personal credit. You can start off with that. But like I was showing everybody earlier, I have a list here you see this list here? These are unsecured. I have a list. So if you want that, you need to just click the link where you can get on the list of, you being a part of Push to Dream. And I give this to people that are on my email list. I always give them, free things. Sometimes I give them little tips and pointers. So if you want to be a part of that, get on that list. Okay. Get on the list. And I have secured credit card information, things that I've researched. I've vetted them and everything. This is not nothing that I just put up there. I vetted all of these. I make sure the links were working. I made sure that I spoke with someone at the company and I talked to them about, okay, is this, what kind of program? Is this it? Yes. Okay. And they've given me the correct link for you to apply if you wanted to. And I told them what I did. And so I said that, my audience, I want to make sure that they are, they're equipped for this, right? I didn't do an affiliate. Maybe I should have done an affiliate, but I didn't do it. So sometimes it's not all about what I can get out of it. I want you to be successful because I'm already blessed. Okay. I'm blessed and highly favored. And so that is my stance on that. Okay. Now, the next thing about you getting yourself set up for the business credit world and for your business opportunities is going to be, it helps you grow. It's going to help you grow your business. And then you're going to have better borrowing potential as your business grow. You can go to banks and get maybe different, substantial large amounts of money to get loans. And a lot of times I think during the pandemic they were out here hustling a lot of you guys and telling you that, hey, you can get this, you can get this hack, you can hack, and you can do this and you can do that. But your how to say, your business may not have made all the profits. And a lot of these things they were saying, put this down, and if you can't substantially back it up, don't lie on your application. And so this is what I'm telling you, this is a slow process. It's a good process, and you can do it. You just got to work your business and grow your business on different other ways, and then showing proof. Now some things that back then it was a little bit more lenient, they wasn't requiring you to show all of these different documents and everything, but now you really have to show them. And you have to, if you tell them this is what you do, you definitely will have to show them the proof, show them the receipts. So it's best to start out doing it authentically correct, and then you'll be good to go. You won't have any problems. Okay. And so now, you know, so when you're setting up your business, like I said, let me tell you these are some of the major things that they look for, that they will turn you down, even if you're getting some of these I just mentioned. So if some of you coming in and you missed part of what I said at the beginning, please, please go ahead and listen to the replay, okay? Because the information is there. Okay, just like the name of your business address, your business entity, your business EIN number, of course you're going to need that, and your logo, possibly, but that's not mandatory. But really have your business structured and set up. Like have a presence of your social media, have either a landing page or a website set up, have a domain name. Okay, when you have that website or that landing page or whatever, it's more than likely will have a domain name, and then your business license, and then your business compliance. Have your standard of SOPs, they call them standard of operating procedures. Have your agreements, have your articles. That's a part of your LLC, and showing that for as that's concerned, that you're legitimately set up as a business entity, not a sole proprietor, but a business entity all on its own. Now, sole proprietor, you won't get as many opportunities. I'm gonna tell you that now. You won't get as many opportunities with grant funding, with not grant funding, I'm sorry, with credit, business credit, with a sole proprietor. It won't happen. I'm telling you that now. You're gonna run into some roadblocks. They may not tell you that they turned you down, but that's what's going to happen. Okay. I'm telling you from experience. Everything I'm telling y'all, I've done it, or either my customers have had the experience themselves. Okay. Now, I have one of my clients I work with, and they started out working. First, it started out just, starting off slow with their business, and which is nothing wrong with that, because sometimes if you're not ready for the overflow or the big boom, you'll fail in that area too. And that's another conversation that we can have for another day. But however, they started off slow and they gradually grew their business. And I think it was about maybe 3 years, 4 years in, they got a credit card with one of the major credit, companies, and it was for the business, but they didn't do anything until later on. I mean, I'm saying that you don't have to wait that long, but I'm just saying that they didn't have any issue. And a lot of times when you do your credit application online, because you don't meet the checklist and some of these other checklists that is required to get a okay and a yes, when you are working on establishing your business credit, you may not know why, again, that you were turned down, but you will get turned down because you don't have everything on that checklist. And the system sometimes will, it's just sometimes that algorithm within the credit card company or whomever you get into business credit with, they have an algorithm checkpoint that can cause you to be You can qualify. You really can't. When I say qualify, your business credit may be strong enough to have it, but if you don't have everything that algorithm and that that they're looking for to give you, that company is looking for to give you that approval, you won't get the approval, and then you'll think something's wrong with your business, in which it won't be. It's just that you did not do, and you did not have everything that they were looking for on the back end of their system to give you credit. Am I making any sense to you? Hope so. I hope so. Okay. And so make sure that you have your DUNS number. I think I mentioned that earlier. Make sure that you have your DUNS number. And it's DUNS number doesn't cost you anything. You just make sure that you have one for your business, the way you can start building up that business credit. Okay. And now the federal government, they used to use these when you're getting ready to do government contract, DUNS number, but now they have their own cage number now. And you have to be, have to go through the process. I wouldn't say you have to be vetted or anything, but you just have to go through the process of having all of that information for them. So, having whatever they require, because I think they want your ID and they want to know a little bit about your business, and they have a questionnaire that you need to answer. Yes, that is a part of their vetting and process. And then I think they'll approve you. It may not take a week, but you should go ahead and start the process, if nothing else, to start the process. Okay. And like, yes. And so there's a what we call a paydex score, and it's used by DUNS to determine your credit worthiness. And so that's what I was just talking about with that DUNS number. They connect together, and their systems talk to each other. And when you're applying for even a 60-day net or 90-day net, those companies, especially if they ask for your DUNS number, they are reporting to your business credit. And if you go ahead and do right by them and you build that way, and your paydex score, it goes up. Okay. Now you also have your Experian has a reporting database for your business credit, and I think Equifax business credit, they have one, and it's normally, I think it's used more for like banks and things of that nature. And then you have other third parties that you need to be careful and you need to pay attention to as well. And that is check systems. And then they have a form of LexisNexis. LexisNexis also can report your business, your business. There's a profile separate from your personal for your business. Where's that concerned? And so with that being said, that is definitely, and definitely a part of you developing and you building up your business credit for future uses, for you getting some business credit. And so you have, like I said, you may have vendor accounts out there. It would be great to do that. Those vendor accounts, like I say, you can pay them 30, 60, or 90 days. They're what you call vendor accounts. Having a revolving accounts and one maybe a bank loan account as you go through your process of building up your business credit. So where you can be in a position, if you ever get a government contract, like I mentioned in another video, you'll be good to go. And so I would not pass that up. And there are some trade lines that are out here. Y'all heard of Uline, Quill, if you Granger, HD Supply Solutions. There's a plethora of many more, but those are pretty much the popular ones. And then sometimes like Uline has a net 30-day, Quill has a net 30-day. Last I checked, Grainer has a net 30-day, and then a few of the other ones have a net 30-day. And a lot of times they have like the supplies of that, things that nature you can get started. And well, thank you. And so they they have definitely have ways that you can build your credit, your business credit. And this information that I'm giving you, and thanks so much, was this Martin's Shookins. Thank you so much. What I am here to just help, just want you to understand is, it's, guys, the process is real, and it's so rewarding to just go ahead and do these things and get yourself on a solid rock. Don't just be out here trying to thinking you can hustle, and there's always a fast track. There's always a fast track for some other them folks out here to get your money. And and in the realistic part of what they're talking about is insane. It's just like sometimes when I work with my clients, especially my grant writing clients, they think that when you writing a grant, that I don't ever guarantee that you're going to get the funding, first of all, because I don't know what, and I know I've said this in a plenty other videos, because I don't know what the approval, you may not be the person they select, but I am going to do your paperwork to get you to where you need to be, what they're requesting and requiring of you. And so if you don't get awarded the grant, I can't guarantee you will get awarded the grant, but my work is done. So it's left up to them. And so you have to constantly keep applying. And, like I said, you can't just base it on, oh, I didn't get this. So, oh, she didn't do it. She didn't do a good service. No, 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 no. I can't say they'll give it to you or not. I'm doing my part with the paperwork. So a lot of times you have to be awarded on their merit, not me doing the application for you. And that's just like in administrative side of a business. The reason why a lot of you don't succeed, or sometimes people don't succeed, is because they have not done that paperwork that is required. And I'm keeping it real, keeping it 100. The paperwork has to be done correctly, because what most people or most companies or most organizations, if they see that you have no clue to give them what they're asking for from you, you're already a lame duck. I mean, because it's not gonna be realistically, it's not gonna happen. And you have to take the time, and I can't see, some people will never have what they are capable of having because they're impatient. They're impatient for the process. The process is what it is. It's a process. And sometimes in this arena in business, you're going to win some of those processes that you go through. And some of them you're going to have to get the lesson from some of those processes. It's not always a win-win all the time, but either way, you're moving forward. You're moving towards something. You're moving, you're grooving, and you're moving. And so that's what I mean. All right. So let me stop right here for a second and see who's asking any questions. Did you have any questions over here or over here that I missed? I saw a couple as I was speaking because I wanted to go ahead and get some things done. Any more questions? Anything, Anna? Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Ask some questions. I'll give you a few minutes to type. Okay. Because I have a 1 o'clock meeting, so you better answer your question. Ask your questions. You better ask them because we're gonna get off here in a few. Because I have a client to be here. We got a meeting at 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna get off here a little bit before 1. No questions? Well, I keep on giving. Okay, so y'all gonna listen to me. Okay, well, let's go ahead. So, okay, hey there. Any questions over here? Okay, well, if no questions, I keep on talking then. Okay, maybe as we going through this next section here before I'm trying to give y'all as much as I can today. Is it a new? Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody that was the system talking to me. Okay, now the next set of trade lines that would be very advantageous for you to have would be revolving accounts. Okay. And those revolving accounts can be, like they can be like Staples. They can be like um a gas card, because I'm a few of them, because these are what I had, I have on my through my business, and then also um some kind of marketing. Y'all remember those little catalogs that they used to come? I think they may still have it online. Let me look and see. Bags and bowls. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Used to have bags and bowls and all those kind of things. But that's a charge account. That's a business charge account. And so Home Depot or Lowe's or something that can help your business to grow. You may need some things for your business and you just don't have the extra cash. And so sometimes you just have to build it slow. And I know sometimes you defeat it before you get started and says, I don't have the money to start the business with. But if I guarantee you, if you strategically think about it and strategically set yourself up for your business credit, you have more chances. Your chances are much greater for you to get out here and grow a business. Okay. So don't just think because you didn't get the approval for the loan or you didn't qualify that those are the only ways that you can be successful in your business. No, it's not. And then even before we get to the grant portion, we'll talk about that possibly in another day. But I will touch on a couple of things I want to say to you before we go today about grants. Okay. But that is not the only way, like business credit. And if you, like I said, if you don't get the loan, you doom and gloom. You say, oh, I'm just gonna give up on this business idea. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. So just like I say, just probably having your structure together, like I always say, will lead you to the promised land of your vision coming to life, people. Listen at someone that has had the hard knocks and she's been in the trenches for a long time, and I know the hard knocks because I will be giving them to you throughout my conversations with you on business. You can do it. You can do it. I'm just not telling you that. I think some of you, you may be